This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, fans. A Friday night NBA presentation. It'll be the Philadelphia 76ers facing off against the Miami Heat. And now we send you out to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K crew. I'll see you at the half.
And there, a bit earlier, the Heat getting mentally and physically ready. It's an Eastern Conference matchup, and today's game is the 76ers coming to town for this one. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg with Doris Bird reporting from the sidelines. And presented to you by State Farm, we'll take a quick look here at our opening lineups. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Chris Bosh?
Well, Bosh is a skilled power forward. He has a polished face-up game. What he really wants to do is catch the ball 15, 17 feet out, turn, face, and use either that jump shot or the quickness to get around his defender.
Well, a big part of his versatility is the accurate jump shot. I mean, able to spread the floor for his teammates as penetrators, and with his 6'11" height, it's a tough shot to recover to.
Taking a look at Miami, going up against a capable opponent, but you see their confidence. This one they feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and show they're the better team.
And coming off that championship season a year ago, that success carried right over into this year. I think they've played at a very high level all season long. And they're going to make another run at a title, don't you think, Clark?
It certainly looks that way, partner. I mean, some teams suffer a championship hangover or malaise in the following season. Not these guys. They've been terrific all year.
Nice, aggressive defensive play to make the steal and start the break.
Yeah, and I like the fact they didn't mess around with it once they got it.
You know, most great teams are really built around one or two stars and then some role players surrounding that core. But the Sixers are different. They don't have a superstar. So they've played the last few years with a group of young guys who are athletic, who play together, who defend, and they try to get out and run. So for the most part, it's been pretty successful. But again, so tough to win in this league at a high level without a star.
Now here's Wade. Thaddeus Young missing his last shot. Feeds to Chalmers. Lets the three fly. And again, Miami with the triple.
That's all the space he needs, guys. He'll make you pay every time if you give him that shot.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And there are a group of teams that have found success, Steve, like that. You know, you can point at teams like, say, Memphis and the Indiana Pacers, Clark. You know them. And certainly, Clark, the 76ers along that same vein.
You know, Kevin, as Steve said, it's hard to win without a star, and you wonder if Philly will eventually shake things up to bring somebody in of that level. But I'm not quite sold on the fact that you can't do it at a high level with really good, cohesive players. And much like the Sixers, Grizzlies, Pacers, those teams have good young players, and I think they can be championship contenders if they keep developing.
I'll tell you what, whether there's an opening or not, this guy's going to attack the rim regardless.
And Young backs in the 10-footer. And that one's good. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Wade outside. Left side, Bosh. Good look. It's hauled in by the 76ers. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
They won that game at the offensive end, guys. It almost seemed like they got something out of every possession down the floor.
And, Steve, the few times they did come up empty, it didn't really carry over. They never lost their momentum.
Geiger with a screen on Richardson. Here's Smooth. 11 feet away. And another basket for Miami.
This has been the start that they had hoped for, coming out knocking down 4 of their first 5 shots.
Iverson passes to Malone. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Iverson kicks to Malone. Tries from 10. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
You know, you can give a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
Doug Collins, such a great coach, really has changed the foundation here in Philadelphia. Also worked in the broadcasting business for many, many years, but coaching bug has always been inside of him. Nice to see him go back to Philadelphia, the team that he played for in his career.
Here's Malone after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Here's Iverson, and again it's Philadelphia. Miami calls their first time out of the game. And Coach Collins always prepared in the commentary booth and certainly very detail-minded as a head coach. It shows there's been very little separation. Having worked with him for 7 years as a broadcaster, I can tell you the same attention to detail was there on the air as it is on the sideline.
Yeah, no question. He's a demanding guy no matter what the forum is. He sweats out the details. And, sometimes coaches like that can wear out their welcome with players. And I think that's the big question with Doug. He's so intense. How long can he stay positive and stay comfortable in his role? He's kind of burned himself out in the past a few times, but I think as he's gotten older, he's mellowed some. He seems to be really enjoying himself in Philadelphia, and I hope that he can have a long run here. And it's his poise at the offensive end that impresses me. This guy is unflappable.
The Heat shooting their first free throw of the night.
Yeah, this is a very good free throw shooting team, guys. You look at the numbers, impressive.
And the word is they challenged each other, guys. Each and every one of them to improve their free throw shooting in the offseason. Held each other accountable in that area. And now you see the results individually and as a whole.
Well, Dwayne Wade, maybe the league's best penetrator and finisher from that guard role. Double team, triple team, it doesn't matter. He just goes through your entire team and finds a way to finish at the rim. Boy, that happened fast. Just the immediate bucket off the steal.
Well, one of the things they have is the ability to score quickly after a turnover.
Chalmers' shot is no good.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all.
Oh, get it!
Watch out now. I tell you what, you need to archive that one for the highlight tape.
Oh, yeah, that is a keeper. You're correct.
Man, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
Now, here's Chalmers. He's coming off a 13-point game against Orlando. Shoots over Malone. Miami no good on that time either.
Typically, he's pretty dependable on those open jump shots.
Iverson with the ball. He's picked up by Dang. And Mario Chalmers gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And a new group in for the Heat. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Bosch. Beasley comes in for Smooth. Michael Red's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Pack subbed in for Mario Chalmers. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Malone. Lynch comes in for Thaddeus Young. Jarrell Wright's checked in for Evan Turner. And it's McKee in for Allen Iverson. And so here is Miami. 76ers getting the bucket. Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. When we spoke just a moment ago about their offensive game plan, he said they'll try to keep it varied. He told me in order to be successful against a good defensive team like this one, you can't get too predictable. If you do that, they can really be disruptive. Guys, expect a little subterfuge and misdirection in this one, trying to keep the defense honest.
And Doris, as always, thank you. So, Steve, do you agree with Coach's game plan here, given how tough the D is that they're going to go up against?
Yeah, I do. A huge part of their game plan has to be focused on their D. And I think he's right to put that much emphasis on it.
Yeah, I agree with you guys because they are that good defensively. So you've got to worry about that and game plan for that. And then trust that your guys will execute what needs to be done.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Chris Anderson has checked in for Josh McRoberts. Haslam comes in for Michael Beasley. And Smooth subbed in for Luol Deng. Then for the 76ers, Melvin Eli, he's checked in for Lynch. Odom comes in for Jarrell Wright. And Allen Iverson is subbed in for McKee. And it's Brown missing.
Oh, perfect opportunity to finish the break, and he blows it.
Steve, you have to be able to finish off plays like that. It's a must.
Here's Pat, looking for his first bucket of the game. Dishes Durant. Shot to stop the drought. The shot is good.
Now, Kevin, this is a player who can shoot the lights out from three-point land.
And Steve, you know what? He's not just a mindless bomber either. I mean, with him, it's about using that three-point shot effectively and strategically to stretch the defense.
And here is Odom, following the three from Michael Redd. Odom dishes to Hayes. Clock at 6. Iverson on the wing gets the bucket. Iverson's got 8. The Heat trailed by 5. Here's Pat. 27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Del Rosario. The pass to Pat. He passes it to Red. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And playing the Heat here for the second time.
Well, watching that game, Kevin, you couldn't help but think it was going to be their night, as well as everybody on the team was shooting the ball.
No question about it, Steve. I mean, you're not going to lose too many games where you have multiple players getting locked in like they were.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. 76ers lead by 5. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Next Sunday, the Chicago Bulls take on the Los Angeles Lakers. It's East and West. Be there.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing a nice job filling the lane.
Looking at Miami, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Magic.
Pretty lazy effort defensively that night from them, guys. You know, I know that it sounds harsh, but hey, I speak the truth.
Yes, you do. Where were the adjustments is my question. I mean, the coaching staff didn't seem to realize, as everyone else watching did, that changes had to be made defensively. They never moved on anything.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the 76ers, we've got Richardson, Moses Malone out there with Lynch, then it's Brown, and it's McKee in at the 1 spot. Miami trailing. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Nick Roberts, the pass to Beasley. Over Richardson. No good from Beasley. And here is McKee. 9 points last game. Shot is blocked. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And the Heat with some changes. Tigers checked in for Josh McRoberts. Red comes in for Luol Deng. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Pat. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Iverson kicks to Turner. Right side. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 12. Good. And the 76ers lead by 4. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
Well, for Darrell Wright, great height and length for a perimeter player. Can guard both 2s and 3s. And what I like about him is that he grew up in that Miami Heat organization under Pat Riley, so he has great fundamentals defensively, and he understands his role.
And Turner kicks to Young. Over Beasley. True on the 14-footer. 8 points here for Thaddeus Young. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. Wade drives in. Rebound by Melvin Eli. You talk about Wright's length. Really helps him defensively with rebounding and contesting shots.
Hey, length will help you offensively too, Kevin. I mean, whether you're finishing alley-oops or knocking down 3s over the top of defenders, that reach can make a difference.
The 3 from Chalmers. No good. Iverson with some nice D.
solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
The drive by Wade. Takes it right up. 76ers and it's Beasley finishing it off.
How's that for an encore after the offensive board?
That's the only way he knows how to do it. Monster stuff.
Oh, he makes life miserable down around the paint for anybody who's trying to box him out.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. Chris Bosh is checked in for Geiger. Smooth comes in for Michael Redd. And Pack subbed in for Mario Chalmers. Philadelphia also making some changes. Chuck Hayes, he's checked in for Melvin Ely. Odom comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's Brown in for Evan Turner. The 76ers leading by 4. Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. It's Brown on the wing. Kicks to right. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And let's go real fast to the rookie leaderboard. These are the rookies shooting the highest percentage from the floor this season. Well, you look at Smooth, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks.
Those numbers say it all, guys. He's the most efficient rookie scorer we have in the league this season. In tight, he is almost automatic.
And Steve, already in just his first year, he's shown the confidence and willingness to take the big shot when they need one. And that's special for any player, let alone a rookie.
Chris Anderson is checked in for Chris Bosh. Passes to Pat. Wade outside and taken away by Brown. And they're moving it up. Here's
wow, what a throwdown. Look at that athletic play. Incredible. That's a gut punch right there, Clark. Cough up the ball at one end and get beaten on the break at the other.
Yeah, that really hurts. That's painful.
Here's Smooth. Fires the 3. And the shot is good. Smooth's got 8 points.
Hey, they might have to make a defensive adjustment. You can't give him that kind of a look from beyond the arc.
Odom a screen. The drive by Iverson. That one goes. Count it. Iverson's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yep, and the paint should be...
Oh! How about that basketball, man? Wow. He's definitely showing some real sweet dunking skills here.
Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. What a play.
Yeah, that was spectacular.
The 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, he's got to get everybody on the same page. I mean, that's the reason for this timeout. And if that happens, I think they can improve and start playing better.
You know, it's a coach's job to always try to be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opponent and to look for that extra edge if you can. And I think he feels like he might have seen one.
The Heat making a switch here. Haslam's checked in. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Moses Malone. He's checked in for Jarrell Wright. Odom kicks to Malone. There's the dish to Hayes. Now the feed to Brown. Shot clock at 6. The kick out to Odom. Over Haslam. Miami grabs the miss. And even 3-on-3 break.
Oh! Are you kidding me? A power punch right there. You know, that's something he's capable of every trip down.
And it's just impossible to get tired of.
Yeah, there's always this excitement, this aura that surrounds him, guys, and the crowd senses it.
Brown outside. Brown gets a screen from Odom. Offensive rebound. Malone kicks it to Odom. And there's the 3-second violation.
In the last month, let's see how the Sixers perform. 3rd in fewest turnovers per game. 9th in field goal percentage. And they're in the top half of the league in scoring as well. Not too shabby.
And I love that number, Clark. 3rd in fewest turnovers per game, because that's a sign of a well-coached team, very disciplined. They share the basketball. Their spacing is good. They've got a good plan of attack every game. So the players know where each other is, and that just allows for much better offensive execution. Well, he loves to mix it up, and keep an eye on him when he's in the paint. He just battles everybody. very physical rebounder, so tough to move down there. And if the ball's on the floor, he's the first one who's going to hit the deck.
And I'll tell you what else. When it comes to blocking shots, he doesn't just block them. I mean, he rejects them with force. He's a powerful presence down low, no doubt.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Anderson. Bang comes in for Udonis Haslem. And it's Chalmers in for Dwayne Wade. And then for Philadelphia, Lynch is checked in for Hayes. Richardson comes in for Lamar Odom. And it's McKee in for Allen Iverson. For three, McKee. Good. McKee's got 5 points so far.
He had no luck from the three-point line earlier, so maybe this one will give him some momentum.
Here's Chalmers, averaging 8 points a game.
Shannon Brown is one of those guys who, when he gets in transition, you kind of hold your breath because you can't wait to see what's coming. He can absolutely fly. He's a guy who's on the highlight reel night after night.
Malone gets to McKee. Malone is screen on Chalmers. Knocks it loose. Back passes to Chalmers. Power down for the champ.
He's a bit short for the power forward spot, but his great leaping ability more than makes up for it.
The 76ers trail by 3.
And Shannon Brown, fellas, at 6'4", 210, powerfully built, athletic player. Big, strong hands. And the one thing that I felt he needed to do was improve his ball handling, because if he did that, I really thought he could be an explosive scorer around the rim and on the perimeter.
Can't get it to go.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
Here's Del Rosario, and another basket for Miami.
Boy, he's been so cool out there, composed, never rattled. I mean, a very steady contributor to the offense.
Malone kicks to Richardson. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out. I'd like to see a 2-for-1 situation here, Clark.
I agree. I think it's always good to give yourself that last shot.
McKee against Chalmers. 6 on the shot clock. McKee dishes to Malone. That one's off. Still out of sync. The Heat leading by 7. He feeds it to McRoberts. There's the triple. The shot will not go. Nice defense from Malone. McKee the pass to Brown. That's good. Brown's got his first basket.
That's an old-fashioned finish there, guys. Going to the finger roll to get the easy 2.
This one for 3, and that's not going to go. And we're through 2 here and a good one.
Your Heat.
It's the Heat
44.
up 5. Keep it here for the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce. We'll see you after the break for the start of the second half.
Now, presented by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports, and I'm Damon Bruce, coming to you live on a Friday night. Miami up on top against Philadelphia. Right now, they're in second place in the conference standings. We've seen Smooth producing at will against the 76ers. He's got 14 points, and look at the work he's been putting on the floor in terms of field goal percentage. He is taking quality shot after quality shot. And a resilient 76ers team is staying in it. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. Shannon Brown has not had a good showing. An abysmal field goal percentage, the shot not cooperating. A look now at some games slated for later on in the evening. The Celtics playing in Boston, they'll go up against the Hawks. That one an all-Eastern Conference affair. That gets going 7:30 Eastern. And another game that's coming up, the Pacers will square off against the Magic in Orlando. Start time, 7 o'clock Eastern. And here's a look at the other NBA action from around the league. The Nets out in Brooklyn will go up against the Wizards. A 7:30 Eastern time is tip-off. And that's all there is for me here in the studio. Time to send you back to my friend Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. What a game we're seeing from Smooth.
Yeah, give him credit. He's been very selective with his shots, and it's paying off for him and his team.
You know, he's taking exactly what the defense has given him, and he's not forced anything. That's exactly how you should play the game, in my opinion.
Mario Chalmers and the electric D. Wade at the guards. Chris Bosh is out there with Smooth, and it's Geiger in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And that's why you love this guy. I mean, tremendous work on the offensive boards. He just gets you second chance points.
Now Iverson, back to Richardson. Pass to Young. He's up against Bosh. Off the screen. Shot is off. And Miami the other way now. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. He kicks it to Chalmers. Takes the 3. Shot's good. And it's a 10-point Heat lead.
Three-pointers have been a huge problem for this defense.
Yeah, they've been a day late and $1 short. I mean, and it's costing them. You got to get there sooner.
And for the 76ers, they're shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. And Turner kicks to Iverson. He dishes it to Richardson. And it's Malone finishing it off. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Smooth. Feeds it to Chalmers. Wade outside. Easy shot. And he hits the jump shot. Wade's got 12 in the game.
Not a lot going wrong for them on offense in the early part of the third. I mean, that's 3 makes on 4 tries now.
The 76ers trail by 10. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And the 76ers call time here.
Dwayne Wade's one of the most versatile scorers in the NBA. We know that. I mean, his ability to score off the bounce, post up, get to the free throw line, score in transition. He's just so strong, and then he adds that great footwork to go along with it. Impossible to stop completely, that's for sure.
Leaderboard to see which rookies have been the most dangerous scorers in the league over the last 10 games. Well, you look at Smooth, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
He showed some versatility during that span. He's got more than just a move or two on the offensive end.
And one of the other things, guys, that's impressed me is that he understands when he needs to step up or when he needs to yield or defer to the veterans. And that's an outstanding trait to have.
The drive by Iverson. Gets it to go. Iverson's got 16. And Wade never considered really an elite shooter, but as a slasher, I think, arguably. Clark, he might be the best in the league at that.
Yeah, that's not even debatable. He clearly is one of the elite slashers, not only now, but in the history of the game. And he perhaps is one of the best bank shooters off the dribble that we've seen. His agility and ability to get past defenders. He's got an eel-like quality to him to add to that athleticism, which makes him unbelievable to watch when he's got it going.
This is to Chalmers. Iverson covering. Bosh up on top. Over Young. And it's Bosh, that time on the assist by Chalmers. Bosh has got 4 points in the quarter.
Coming out strong here in the third quarter. That's 4 for 5 shooting for this team.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Iverson kicks to Malone. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Iverson against Chalmers. Shot clock at 6. Again, Iverson missing. The Heat leading by 10. The drive by Wade.
Guys, I'm going to need just a second to get myself together here.
Leaves you speechless, doesn't it, Clark? Huh? Wow.
Man, I don't blame you, Clark. That dunk was unbelievable.
Down low. And it's Richardson spamming it down.
Now that's how you execute an alley-oop there, fellas.
And with an exclamation point, too, on the finish, throwing it down hard.
What a terrific play on both ends.
The Heat have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Here's Del Rosario. And the rejection by Malone. The drive by Iverson. Here's Turner. It's hauled in by the Heat. Smooth's got 6 rebounds in the game. He needs to hustle. The shot. And that's collected by Malone. Malone's got his 4th rebound in this one.
In a tough league like the NBA, here's where Miami sits right now in the league ranking. First in field goal percentage. First in three-point shooting. And they're also number 1 in free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that, they're on their game. They're tough to beat.
The pass to McKee. 5 on the clock. That's good. McKee's got 7 points.
Nice touch near the hoop.
Back passes to McRoberts. And the Heat with some changes. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Josh McRoberts. And it's Chalmers in for Pat. And then for Philadelphia, Malone comes in for Chuck Hayes. And it's Odom in for Jarrell Wright. Red misses. The 76ers trail by 8. On the wing, Brown. Over Chalmers. Here's Odom. Offensive rebound. Malone. Working on Beasley. Odom kicks to Brown. Kicks it to Malone. Lynch. Back to Malone. Passes it to Lynch. The 76ers need to get off a shot. And yes, sir, that one drops. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
That's a defensive let-up right there. I mean, they've got to close down on him quicker when he's in three-point range.
Beasley outside. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got 5 assists tonight. Pass to Lynch. The dish to Odom. That's tipped. Brown outside. Fires from deep. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3-ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Well, you love Lamar Odom as a combo forward. Can play either the 3 or the 4 spot. Really can be your point guard if you want him to. Handles the ball beautifully. And a terrific passer. And so when you talk about his value, that's where it starts, the versatility. Guy's been an artist with that 3-point shot.
He sure has been, Steve. I mean, the majority of his points have come from out there.
And the 76ers call time here. You talk about Odom's versatility. He can defend multiple positions, and he's able to do so many different things on the floor.
He's always been one of my favorite players. I've loved watching him since his days in college at Rhode Island. Only spent a year there. He's a guy who can do a little bit of everything, and when he's locked in and focused, he's extremely valuable because of his size and versatility and understanding of the game.
And a new group in for the Heat. Tigers checked in for Haslem. Wash comes in for Michael Beasley. Smooth checked in for Luol Deng. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Michael Redd. Philadelphia also making some changes. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Odom. Richardson comes in for Lynch. And Allen Iverson subbed in for McKee.
No question about it, guys. He's been one of their best performers today.
Chalmers dishes the box. 3-pointer. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. There's 1:17 left to play here in the third. The drive by Iverson. Sweet little floater. And now it's just a 4-point Heat lead.
Yeah, and he's been a player who always saves his best for last, Kevin. Absolutely thrives under pressure. And, when some guys back down with the game coming down to the wire, he seems to be the one to take it up a notch.
And he is also very savvy on the ball defense. He'll turn a crossover into a turnover if you try it against him. But they haven't been getting lit up from outside here. All the points they're giving up are from in close. They've got to offer more resistance.
Yeah, defense has to get better, Clark. They've got to body up, bump somebody, get physical, force the action back out to the perimeter.
Back to Young. 30 seconds left in the third quarter. The feed to Malone. Shoots from 8. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Del Rosario, and he converts the layup. Now it's a 6-point Heat lead.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Now Wade, 16 points for him. Here's Smooth.
Don't do that to him. That was fantastic. Wow.
And Clark, the degree of difficulty.
Major.
That was amazing.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch.
The 76ers
Heat lead by
61.
6. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. So as we get rolling here in the fourth quarter, let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Uncontainable Game. Doris?
Hi, guys. Today's uncontainable game, Michael Beasley. Energy, passion, key plays. He's provided all of them from the bench and done everything you could have asked for a reserve. We'll see what else he can do in the fourth.
Thanks, Doris. And you love to see that kind of effort from your starters. And here, we've seen that same sort of lift, guys, from the bench.
Yeah, and I thought he was really a catalyst for them, Kevin. He got them going right away when he got in.
Instant energy is what he gave them, Steve, and you're exactly right. I thought he was their spark plug. The more performances like this that he continues to have, then obviously his minutes are going to increase as well.
On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Allen Iverson out there with Brown. Then there's Moses Malone. Then it's Evan Turner, and it's Young in at the 4 slot. Malone passes to Brown. Chalmers against Iverson. Clock at 6. And Malone backing in. Here's Young. Good on the shot. Young's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the 76ers. Back to Dang. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Malone's got rebound number 5 here tonight. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. Probably the third game of this 3-game road trip.
Boy, that's hard-nosed sandpaper basketball right there. A lot of little friction in there, partner.
Oh, I love the way you described that. Was it ever? Nobody was going to get to the rim but him.
Oh, man, with the violent putback to finish it off.
Well, you're not going to get a more high-quality look than that. Terrific offensive rebound there.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Iverson kicks to Young. Back to Iverson. And that one's good. Iverson's got 22.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm them, I'd keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there. Oh! Hammer time! Wow. Hammer time! Now we're cooking with gas, partner. My goodness.
A breathtaking display of aerial supremacy, no doubt.
It's almost unfair, guys. I mean, when you can get up that high, that's crazy.
Red misses. 76ers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. To take the lead, here's Iverson. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. Iverson's got 10 points here in the second half. Timeout called the Heat.
You know, he just isn't pleased at all with the looks they've given up defensively inside. So I think this timeout is all about trying to get his group to tighten up defensively.
I think they've got to figure out a way to tighten things up a bit. They just don't look very sharp to me on the defensive side.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they're playing with so much energy offensively. The ball is really moving.
Brown dishes to Malone. And the powerful one-handed slam.
The defense caught dozing off that time.
Those open dunks, pretty high percentage.
Yeah, you're not going to miss many of those. I mean, this is really a poor defensive effort.
You know, with the way they've dominated the glass so far, I'm a little surprised it's still a close game.
Yeah, you've got to take advantage. I mean, you're getting extra possessions, but you're not knocking down shots.
Throwing it down with one hand and making it look easy.
Easy and fun. He just thrives on making the D look silly.
Yeah, which is something he does pretty often, Kevin.
Young's shot is off. The Heat trail by 6. The pass to Geiger. Back to Chalmers. He feeds it to Wade. To stop the run. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. 18 points for Wade. Pops it up there. Young's shot is off.
That was almost a highlight reel play, but they couldn't quite sync up.
And it's Wade penetrating. Wade missing again.
Not his best quarter. I mean, the shots just haven't fallen for him.
Young with the ball. Wade picks him up. Shots good from Young.
Soft defense right there. Way too soft.
Here's Smooth. On deep. An absolute pound from three-point range. Smooth's got 9 points now in just the second half. Now here's Iverson. It's Richardson on the wing. Young up top. Over Bosch. No good. Some solid defense from Bosch. Wade drives in. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
We've seen D. Wade getting it done. 18 points and 1 assist.
And the first one at the line is good. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might hurt. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
Richardson, good. Here's Wade. Outside Bosch. Back to Wade. Outside Bosch. He kicks it to Chalmers. The 3. Off the bucket.
And the damage they're doing from three-point range here in the second half is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, they're always a threat to spray home some threes now, but not like this.
And the 76ers call time here.
He's definitely shaking up. They're using the timeout to let their trainer take a look at it.
The 76ers leading. Iverson kicks to Malone. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Left side, Brown. The fader. Geiger with the rebound.
So far, he hasn't made much of a contribution at the offensive end.
They now take the lead. Smooth's got 11 points here in just the second half. Iverson kicks to Young. Stuffs it through. I think Clark and Steve, we can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Well, 8 lead changes would have you thinking that would be the case.
Yeah, both teams really competing, neither side giving any ground. This should be a fun finish. I agree with you, Joe.
That promises Smooth's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Just an unbelievable display of offense here today.
Well, it seems like every shot that goes up finds its way to the hoop. I mean, every player is sharp and on target.
The 76ers making a switch here. Turner's checked in.
That was critical, guys. Absolutely critical. And, that's what we're used to seeing out of him.
The 76ers trail. Here's Iverson. And it's Wade with the rebound. Wade's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's Smooth. He passes to Wade. They get the rebound. Geiger passes to Bosch. And here's Chalmers for 3. And that one's good. They got on this one a while ago, and they just haven't been bad.
Well, the defense wasn't bad, but I think they've got to tighten up on it.
And the 76ers call time here. They trailed by 5. 1:37 left in the 4th quarter. .137 left to play here in the 4th. Young inside. Defended by Geiger. Shot's good from Young.
Well, he's really having a nice quarter. Made some big shots for him.
The Heat leading by 3. Here's Wade. And that one's good. Wade's got 11 points here in just the second half.
3 straight buckets in the paint. They're making it look effortless.
Well, speaking of effortless, you'd like to see a little more out of the defense. So how about trying, guys?
Young dishes to Malone. Gives him the lead pass. Iverson with the buckets.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
Heat shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. He dishes it to Wade. Pushes up. It's in!
Gotta love the teardrop. He put it right over the defender.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Richardson for 3. It falls! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And that had to feel good.
Yeah, he exhaled as that one went down.
Here's Del Rosario. Yes!
Call it hang time and bang time.
Unbelievable.
You gotta just shake your head on that one.
There's 31 seconds left in the game. Money!
He got such a good feel for his shot today, in a really good groove.
The Heat shooting 53% from the field in the 4th quarter. Can't ask for more than that from your offense.
That's old school right there, and I like it. The fadeaway.
20 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Wade outside. Wade gets a screen from Bosch. Here's Smooth for 3. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. Regulation is ended and we're heading to overtime. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After 4 quarters, a stalemate. And we'll see now how these 2 teams and these few minutes of basketball pan out. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Evan Turner is out there with Young. Then there's Allen Iverson. Then there's Moses Malone. And it's Brown in at the 2. Inside, it's tipped. And again, it's Philadelphia. And it's the Heat with the ball. Here's Smooth. Passes it to Beck. Iverson with the ball, and stolen by Iverson. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Went for the two-hand throw down there. Needed safety and power.
That's how you do it.
Yep. No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
Miami trailer. A three, and the shot is good. Smooth's got 33 points.
He's going to take that shot every time if he has that much room to get it off.
Brown. And there's the rejection. Pass to Geiger. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And that one's good by Bosch.
The defense got butterflies the second that shot went up because they know he typically delivers in the clutch.
Iverson kicks to Young. Back to Iverson.
Some good numbers for Iverson. He got 32 points and 3 steals. He is in complete control of this game.
Yeah, it's just going his way. Everything falling into place.
First free throw is good. Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Miami. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Richardson's checked in. And so he hits both. Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. Wade outside. And the pass to Geiger. Wade outside. Count that one. Wade's got 27 points.
You know, the more shots like that he hits, guys, the more he's going to forget the pain he's playing through. Sometimes shot making can give you that added boost of adrenaline.
The drive by Iverson. And he lays it straight in. Iverson's got 6 points in the quarter.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
All three off the mark. The 76ers trail. And it's rejected. But he stays with it. That's the bucket. Iverson's got 38 points.
Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
The drive by Wade, and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two. It goes on Moses Malone.
Well, he stopped the dunk there. That was about the only play he could make.
Well, you don't like to foul, but you don't like to give up an easy dunk either.
It's the first that gives them the lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 2-point ball game.
Critical for him to knock down those free throws, guys. They had to come away with the lead on that trip.
Back to Iverson. And that one's good. Iverson's got 40 points. Boy, that was a big shot.
And that one just flattened this crowd, Kevin.
Man, nothing you can do as a fan after a shot like that. Just shake your head.
And the basket by Wade.
He's done an outstanding job all game long. Absolutely a great job of finding an opening against the defense.
And Turner kicks to Iverson. Feeds it to Malone. It's hauled in by the Heat. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Pulls up. High post. Here's Bosch. Money!
This is exactly what happens when you allow Chris Bosch to get going.
Overtime basketball, a little under 3.5 minutes into it. And Turner kicks to Richardson. Allen Iverson on the wing. Sinks it. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And thanks to those free throws right there, it becomes a 2-possession game.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're behind by 4. 19 seconds left in the first overtime. Guys, what's your take?
Well, they're drawing up the only thing they can here. Just get off a quick one and then go ahead and foul.
I think free throws are going to be front and center the rest of the way here.
To the inside. Turner. Buries it.
You know, Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Some clutch free throws to close it out.
Richardson for 3. Kiger with the rebound. Here,
And they add to this lead, trying to close this game out.
I think it would take a lot of luck and maybe then some. I mean, might be time to pack this thing in.
And so it's Miami winning this one. You know, Clark, they couldn't put them away in regulation, but after a superb performance in overtime, they managed to get the job done.
Yeah, just an amazing game, but they pulled away at the end.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Smooth.